Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universe Podcast. I'm here today with one of my co-hosts, Dylan Marrero, along with Jared and Joe. Today we're here for the episode 1 of the podcast. I actually just remembered it's episode 1 of the podcast. Welcome to the podcast, guys, Universe Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about our New Year's resolution. It's going to be going out January 1st tomorrow, so I got to get this edited and uploaded for tomorrow on the Universe channel. So yeah, guys, I guess we'll just go get right into it. So I guess we can talk about a little bit about our years this year. I've had a pretty Dylan Marrero along with Jared and Joe. Today we're here for the episode 1 of the podcast.
I'm supposed to be able to hear you because I can hear you from next to me, but I can hear your boys. But
there we go. Okay, so yeah, my year's been a good year. I've learned a lot, but I've really come into myself as a person this year. I've learned a lot of crucial lessons from a lot of different people. It's crazy to think that a year ago today, I was just starting swimming for the first time.
Oh, word.
Yeah, which honestly has become such a big part of my life and something that I'm so passionate about.
Yeah.
Sadly, it hasn't been able to give me the same excitement that I got from it last year. But yeah,
Why is
I
that?
was. I mean, shall I say it?
Do
I just go all out? Okay, so last year we had a dual coaching staff. Erica and Aaron were their names. Aaron, blessing, one of the biggest sports motivators in my life, which comes next to Coach Beckham and Jesse Sandstrom. Honestly, amazing girl, great coach, pushed me into becoming a great swimmer. This year we really haven't had the same intensity. Erica with our coach last year and coming into being the full-time coach this year, I think it's been a little overwhelming. And with her first time ever really having this much pressure, I think it's been hard on her and very stressful. So we haven't had the same individuality and the same intensity, and the kids that are new aren't getting the same sense of leadership and commitment that they did last year, which has really made it hard as a team for us to really come together and start winning some meets. Yeah, but other than that, swimming's been good. I've been doing very well, but seeing it at a team aspect, because the team's really what I like about swimming is the atmosphere of just being with people that I like and friends and stuff. Just having that overall sense of commitment and friendship from everybody around is great. But yeah, I just haven't had that this year. What about you, Dylan? Since you're not playing a sport, what have you been up to?
This winter, I mean, it's been pretty slow paced, I guess. I haven't been doing much. Kind of wish I was playing basketball, but I can't be. So just getting ready for track now. I mean, this year's been, I don't know, it's had its ups and downs, of course. I've learned a lot from it, so I mean, I guess that's what's most important when you think about it.
Yeah.
Dropped my debut Spotify album, which is probably the biggest highlight of this year. Definitely.
That was
It's a great feeling to just like go on Spotify and go on iTunes and just see my name there with like that whole, what was it, 21 track album. So I mean that's a really good feeling. So I don't know, cross country was my best cross country season. So and then other than that, I mean this year's gone pretty well. So I'd say it was a pretty good success. Learned a lot from it. Learned some do's and don'ts and just move along from there.
Definitely. I mean, I went into it a lot in my individual podcast, episode 2 that's going to be coming out. January, what is it? Should be 4th. I think that's the day it will fall on. No, 5th, because it will be a Friday. Yeah, so January 5th, it will fall on to that date that will be out then. But yeah, I went into a lot about my year, what I've learned in specifics. But today is about the new year coming.
Yes.
And so, hey, Mom, can you mute the TV? Okay, so yeah, it's the new year coming. So I just really want to start off with Jared, since I don't think he really has many plans, and he's just kind of a very spontaneous type of guy. So I kind of want to hear what he has planned for the new year, if he has any plans whatsoever at all.
I have like no fucking plans, dude.
I mean, video gaming wise, Jared.
He's an honest boy.
Me and Jared have actually a huge project coming up that I don't think he wants to talk about, but It's going to be big. It's not going to be recorded for YouTube or anything, but we're going to be starting on the adventure of playing through the entire Arc series, learning a lot about the story, playing through each map, which is we're going through the events of 2 months on the island, then we're going to the center for, I think, as long as it takes us to beat the center. We're going to Ragnarok, which is going to be the longest time spent on Ragnarok. And we're setting a few rules. We're going to be taking 3 dinos from each one over to the next world and everything. And we're going to be going all the way through to Extinction, so we'll be on Scorched Earth, we'll be on Aberration, which is one that I haven't played, but I'm really excited for because it's a completely different way to play the game. But yeah, we have that planned for January 1st, hopefully staying through the entire year. What about you, Joe? I know you have another few goals that you have coming into next year that are really huge that are I'm pretty excited for them too. A lot with YouTube, coming along with YouTube and all that type of stuff. YouTube and coming into the Fortnite scene for 7th Alliance, just something we're gonna have to talk about a little bit too. But you have a lot going on, especially with your own little thing going. So how about you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I just want to try harder because I'm not like in everything. Because I haven't really been putting in the serious effort that I need to be putting in to get where I want to be in everything, in every aspect of everything. So I really want to get on myself for everything.
Yeah, especially with you and Miner have this natural talent followed by a worth ethic of practice, which I always hear you guys when talking to new Fortnite players that are not necessarily new, but worse Fortnite players such as Josh or people that don't play the game a lot, telling them when they ask like what they want to, things for advice, or you're always like, oh, just practice, like practice your building in private mode, which is something you and Miner both do a little bit, and which is why obviously it showed off in game when you're in these
catching
huge
them victory royales.
Catching them victory royales and just getting into these huge build battles that you really just do a great job, which is why I'm so excited to finally have you under the name. We never really got you we never did get you for the Brawlhalla team, which is something that it has pretty much died, and I'm kind of dropping for the new year. I think is something that
I'm watching some right now.
It's something that I'm gonna put out. I think I'm dropping the Brawlhalla team for the new year because it's not going anywhere, and the esports scene of that is not necessarily dying, but it's massively changing. It's not something I really want to go into right now. But yeah, the Fortnite scene, having you there, especially if we can get eventually Miner on board with it, I think that could be a duo, and you as just a solo that's gonna go places. So that's exciting for me.
Word.
Obviously, you've seen my vision for the 7th Alliance since the beginning because you've been here through the entire time of me building this organization. So just from that, are you excited just with my vision to be a part of it?
Well, yeah, if everything works as planned.
That's the goal. That's the goal. And to 2019, going to be one of the biggest esports organizations out there. That's the goal. So yeah, I mean, Jared, you play a little bit of video games, and I mean that's pretty much what you're known for. What do you think is your peak game? What do you think's the best game that you really have done very well on?
Candy Crush, dude.
Hey, yes, I relate. I kick ass in Candy Crush.
I have no idea.
I mean, me and you just started a Pokemon.
I just casually played video games.
Yeah, me and you just started casually playing an Alpha Sapphire Ultimate Randomizer semi-Nuzlocke rules, which is pretty much we're not doing the dead rule, but we're doing the 1 catch per route rule, which I lost my 1 catch in a route earlier just from playing casually. Well, Jared wasn't on, but yeah, we've been doing that. That was fun. That kept us up till 7 in the morning yesterday. Yeah.
I'm playing right now because I'm bored.
So I'll get into you, Dylan, a little bit. You have a few projects coming for early 2019. I think you got one for June too. You have one for June too, right?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah. I have quite the schedule. It's just, I don't know. One of my biggest New Year's resolutions is to be more prepared with the music I drop, and I want to. One of the biggest things for an unsigned musician is to not drop project after project.
Yeah.
Drop single after single. And as much as I hate doing that, I love to do concept albums where I tell stories and stuff. So that's why it's so hard for me to drop singles. We should have an entire podcast episode about his new album that's coming out soon. Yes,
which I'm pretty excited about too. As a fan of music.
I've changed a bunch of things with that too. So that's kind of cool as I head into that.
Patience.
Yes. I'm going to be very picky with the new stuff that comes out, because after I drop a year, I mean, if anyone couldn't see then, I know that's for real. I kind of know now that I can do something pretty cool with this. So
especially the concept, yeah. Because what a year.
Year.
It's exactly what this is about. What a year last year was going to the next year.
It's perfect for New Year's.
Perfect for a New Year's track coming out. What was it? December. 11th around then probably.
What a year?
Yet a year. No, it must have dropped in
No.
November.
November. It was November.
Must have had- yeah.
November 21st.
Damn. So it's been out for a quick minute now.
Like that. No, a little after Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
yeah, it was. But yeah, I have my next Spotify album due in June, so that's kind of around the corner. So you gotta start working on it now.
Yeah.
I've been working with another thing I want to try to do in the future is perform live more. I've been talking to different schools throughout the county, and I've talked to Wells High School about finding a way to perform there. I've been
Yeah.
in contact with the Warehouse. They hold people on Thursday nights, and I've been talking with that guy. He recently just got back to me, so he's a musician himself, so I've been listening to some of his stuff. So yeah, it's just mainly
Big stuff.
just I want to
Getting yourself out there,
get
selling
my stuff
albums.
out there this year, because 2018 I thought was going to be the year like I started gaining
Peaking.
the subscriber count, like getting it to 500, 1,000.
Yeah.
But even if the subscriber count isn't there, I know like the quality has improved just because I can tell. So
100%.
like that's what's most important to me. Like I don't care how it sells. If I know I'm getting better, then that's what's most important, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same thing. In any line of entertainment, you always, especially in the YouTube scene, you're always trying to improve
Yeah.
your videos. So with me, it used to be recording on an iPad, and just
Oh, yeah.
because I had the motivation, I had the spike that I wanted to do YouTube, and I was recording my computer screen from my iPad because I couldn't run a screen recorder, and then I moved up to my second laptop, and I was recording smaller games that I could record, like Pokemon ROMs and this and that. And
Yeah, I
I was
remember watching some of your stuff.
yeah,
sophomore
yeah.
year.
And it was just a bunch of it was still low quality, but it's because I wanted to do it. And
And you can
as
see where you've come too. Like
Yeah.
you've come a long way. Now
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about it, from freaking back sophomore year, was watching Chris plays
PC12, and
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah,
Sum's
yeah.
Law.
Yeah,
whole
facts.
Sum's
Just
Lines.
watching that change, like I guess I never really took the time to think about it, but you've come a long way too.
Yeah,
Just
especially with
quality of everything.
getting this computer and then starting to record games and higher frames per second, and then even sometimes not, just because I wanted to do the games and record it for people.
Yeah.
Just the entire journey has been insane, and now I know. And now the latest videos I've been putting out have been completely edited. I never used to edit at all, and now I'm editing almost every video I put out, unless if it's just a little talking snippet. And 2018 was a very slow YouTube year for me. I started off daily uploading until March, I think it was, just every day having a video out, and then March I lost it.
Yeah.
And then I went into track, and then I came back, and I wasn't daily uploading, but I was uploading here and there, and like going through the summer I was uploading here and there, but I never really got back into it. And it's something I want to do again this year because it's very motivating. This is why I'm doing this podcast, because it's just something that one day I was just like, I think I want to do that, and then I took the initiative and went and did it, and ended up finding that I was semi decent at it. I like to
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
2018 was definitely music wise quite a journey for me, because I was coming off of the debut album Love, which was I guess reviews wise it was reviewed pretty poorly, but
Yeah.
the music was okay, I guess. It was just kind of, I think, quality at that point. I think if I remastered that whole album, I think it would come out so much better. But because I think the biggest thing with that is just reviews were poor. So I mean that was kind of.
Yeah, those are
I
kill
was
you right
heading
there on
into
YouTube.
I was heading into 2018 off of a collab album with Ashley, Caribou Christmas.
Yep.
So I was coming off of that. People really liked it. So I was like, all right, here we go. Let's get it moving again. And I don't think I dropped a project. The next thing I dropped was Fire 2, which dropped a year after Fire. And that one I didn't put on YouTube because I never put the Fire mixtapes on there. You have to buy them, hard copies. And that one sold pretty well.
So I
That
probably
one
never
was
heard
most
that.
well known for Sauce, which was. Did you ever get a CD of that?
Never did.
You never did. I'll
Nope.
have to get you one. But yeah, that one. I heard people were sending me Snapchats of them playing Sauce in their car, and that one was
Yeah.
really cool. So I was like, it was cool to hear that, and I was like, all right, sweet. And then of course, like one thing leads to another, and things were starting to get a little more difficult that summer, and that's where I decided that Alert was going to be my last album, so
Tough.
I could focus on school more and other things. So I drop Alert, and not too many standout tracks from that. Big Facts was a standout.
Yep.
And then I guess from there I decided that I wanted to keep doing it.
Yep.
So
Got back into it.
about a month later, I took a 1 month break. I didn't drop anything.
Mm.
And I was just completely done with music. Hadn't been on my laptop in a hot minute. And then certain things influenced me to be like, no, I have to get back and I have to write some more about how I've been feeling. So this is shortly after Alert. That's when I decided I was gonna, about the start of junior year, start of senior year, I decided that I was gonna do a full album and I was gonna put it on Spotify. And then I pretty much was thinking, like, if this does well, let's keep going. But I'm just gonna put everything into this. And I want to just talk about everything that's been happening. So that's when I put together What a Year. And I just wanted to be completely honest with, like, everything that's been happening was the biggest thing. And then it started off as an 11-track album, which I was pretty satisfied with. Started with some tracks that didn't even make the album. That ended with Crazed Dames, which was a track from Alert. And then the second half of my year led me to increasing it, which is musically one of the best decisions, because I don't think What a Year wouldn't have been half of what it was if it wasn't for that second half of the album.
100%.
With, what?
I said 100%.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, the second half of the album included, what, Stars, Fluorescent, Hang Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pretty much made up the best parts of the album. So, that dropped, and that sold. I mean, I haven't gotten any sales reports online yet because they come in monthly.
Yeah, but it's going to be.
But it's going to, even if the sales aren't high, I just know that was the best project I've ever dropped.
And I mean, you're going to be performing it live, or you're trying to get out there and perform it live in a bunch of different places.
Yeah. I might do some of it for the Northern Star.
Trust me, I'm going to be there if you're doing it at the warehouse, as long as, not a swimmy or something. But
yeah.
if I'm able, I'll be there.
Yeah, right now I'm still on the promote What a Year kind of thing. I haven't really moved on from What a Year because I still think that there's people out there who haven't heard it that need to, like.
Oh, 100%.
So before I really get into dropping more stuff,
you gotta
keep promoting that. I'm working with a company right now. I can't remember the name, to work on merch. And I'm working on T-shirts that are kind of have a star background that says "Look at the stars" in the front in gold and white, and then "What a Year" in the back. So that's what I've been working on right now.
Yeah. I mean, a
lot going on.
I guess I should talk a little bit about where the Sims Alliance came from last year. So, at the end of actually 2016, I hit up one of the big influencer in the Brawlhalla community, somebody that at the time owned one of the bigger Discords in the Brawlhalla community, one of the bigger community Discords rather than a public one run by Brawlhalla or a organization part of Brawlhalla. It was a thing that he did for himself and for his friends in the Brawlhalla community, and I knew him from a very long time ago when I used to play Brawl myself. I think my peak was Gold 5, Plat 1, something like that. And so, I met him back when I was better than him, and we used to 1v1 and spar sometimes. And so I knew him, and I was confident in his play, and he had become better than me over the time. So I hit him up one day after I was like, I really want to make the 7th Alliance's thing, because it had been a clan tag between the friends, and then it was.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering where it came from.
Yeah, it came. Well, it actually starts all the way back in Roblox days. So we played Kingdom Life 2, and we were making a group, and this was actually Jared that came up with the name Sims Alliance.
That was like some real low boy hours, dude.
Yeah, those are some real low boy hours. But Jared actually had came up with the name Sims Alliance because we were playing on this, and we were thinking like, what should our guild be called?
It's a good name. I
Yeah.
like it.
And he was like, what should our guild be called? And he was like, 7th Alliance. And so the original tag with a dragon surrounding the letters, or the number and letters 7s, lowercase 7, a 7 with a lowercase t and h. And it was a good logo. It was the first one we had ever made. I think Jared made that one. And from there, I think we were sitting there one day with just our group of friends, and we were playing. This was when we were playing a lot of CS:GO, back when that was popular in our friend group. And we were like, "Yo, we should start a semi-pro team just to do some like scrim tournaments and some stuff." So I was like, "Dang, this could." And we had got the entire concept ready and stuff. And so we went and we were looking at scrim tournaments, and we had the original team, which was me, Brendan, Spencer, Jared, and Joe. Me, Spencer, Brendan, Jared, and Joe, and we had a website for it and stuff, and it was just our little own friend group thing. And then I decided at the end of 2016 that I want to make it bigger than just us because we never ended up doing anything with it. And so that's when I redid the logo, which is the logo that you see on everything now. And I signed my first, what was it? My first 7 players. Asked Unico, hit him up with like, do you want to captain this team? After like 2 hours of a conversation and talking about different tournament ideas and stuff and participation and stuff, I said, I want to make the team that you want to have since you have a bigger idea of the Brawlhalla community and everything that you do with that. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, I want you to have this team. I want you to make the team that you want, who you're confident in as players. And so I gave him full reins on players and everything. He hit me up with names. I hit up the people. One was a man named Shylance, who was a diamond at the time and had just joined Lacuna, which is one of the biggest Brawlhalla in-game clans rather than an out-game clan. The biggest, the biggest, most well-known. If you see a Lacuna member, you pretty much shit your pants. But yeah, and that was immediately intimidating to me because I'm like, yeah, what do I have? What is this kid gonna? How am I gonna convince this kid to join this? But I was able to. I hit him up.
Kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. And I hit him up and I'm like, yo, I have this vision, and he was on board with it. And so then I hit up people like Black Fusion, Stitch Proxy, a bunch of these decent plat to high gold players, and I got a few. And I also got one other person that was diamond. I can't remember the name of the guy. Oh, he wasn't anything special. Wasn't very well known. But Virgo's the name of him. Yeah, and I got all these players together, and I made the announcement. I think it was 3 days later that we were doing the team, and they started practicing for the winter split. Which the first winter split for them, it was a decent split. They only ended up participating in 2 splits out of the team because of just lack of attention and motivation. And so yeah, the first winter split they did, Shylance and Virgo did. Oh no, Shylance didn't even compete because it was around his birthday, and he didn't have any way to get to a computer. He was out and he was on some big vacation with his family, and so yeah, so we didn't have our best player there for the first time. Virgo ended up placing right before top, like, what is it, 48? I'm listening for Joe. Joe would know the answer to this.
No, it'd be more like, I don't know, you got your top 32, but that wasn't it.
Top 128, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
128, probably in the top 128, and then the rest of them got booted out fairly early. Some of them went 3 matches in, some of them went like 1 match in, some of them missed the sign up, and that really put a bad taste in my mouth right off the start. And so then we went into the summer split, which was this year's summer split, and we had really no outstanding performances from just people that seemingly can come out of nowhere in Brawlhalla, not well known at all, that can just take a tournament easy. And so after the summer split, I tried getting other stuff set up for them, and it just never ended up working out. So I ended up seemingly dropping the project at the end of it, by the end of the year, which is now, and I haven't really worked with them in a quick minute, but I had hit up the captain, not Shylance, but why can I not remember his name right now? Unico, and yeah, and it was pretty much, we talked about it, and he's not 100% about his Brawlhalla play anymore, which is the way that a lot of Brawlhalla players are going. So it's really hard to get in the scene right now. So going into 2019, I want to make the organization huge. So I'm going and I'm looking right now to sign 6 Fortnite players. I got one down right now, which would be Joe. I've been looking around for streamers and anybody pretty much that has potential to hit up and say, yo, you want to compete for the brand and believe in what we believe in and stuff like that. And so yeah, I've been hitting up people. I've hit up 2 people so far. I don't think I've gotten any responses. I haven't checked in a quick minute just because I've been busy with just a bunch of other stuff, getting the year done. And so I want to get that. I want to get a League of Legends team down. Tryouts for that are going to be sometime late January, hopefully, or maybe into March, because there's going to be no time in February if I don't get it done in January. And then I want to get into the minor league CS:GO. I want to get into Overwatch, and they're the team that I really want to sign, but they've been because there's already a team down. They haven't really been under any specific name, but I'm thinking I want to take them, but it's been an interesting progress with the current captain's beliefs. So that's been a struggle. And then finally, I want to try to get into a single mobile game this year, such as Clash Royale, or maybe the new Brawl Star. That would be a good one to get into now. I just want to make the thing grow and see where I can get the name out there by the end of 2019, so people know Seventh Alliance. Also, with this podcast and everything, something I want to do in 2019, and just along with my own YouTube channel, getting that back and started up. I'm going to be working this year again for 5K. That should be fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Dylan?
So this is 2019 now?
2019 now, yeah.
Well, so I have, first thing on the music schedule is I want to drop a short EP, which is usually shorter than an album, and it's not a mixtape, so I'm thinking like a 12-track EP. At first I was going to make a sequel to Love, but I'm not sure if I'm doing that now. Because I have so many different sounds that I can mess with, I'm not sure what. I've been just struggling which one I should be using, and then I was kind of came to the conclusion, like, shoot, I should just be using all of it. So I want to drop kind of like 2 mini projects that display both sounds, and I'm not completely sure what I'll name that yet, but that's what I'm scheduled for in January. I plan to keep promoting the music. I want to get the YouTube channel to where it should be for views and subscribers. So I think something I might start doing is remixing more and putting a lot of work into the remixes, because that's something that can really be good clickbait, I guess, for people who are looking up songs.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm just doing what I have to get like people in different places listening to the music. Not because, I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of what you have to do almost. So that's what I want to do. Probably more remixes. And then keep my head focused with sports too, because I have to make sure I have a good track season.
Track's gonna be a huge part of this year. That's coming up too.
Yes.
Well, it's gonna be huge for me and you both this year, especially with
such huge. We're gonna have big roles.
Big roles in the team.
Leadership.
I got my high jump points. I pretty much need to get first place in every meet.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
I don't need to, but it's like.
If we're gonna
kind
win
of like
states,
a thing,
we
pride
need
thing.
every point we can get.
Yeah.
So you need to be getting high jump
Getting them
points.
100% high jump points, all 10 points for the first place would be really nice this year. Something that I want to strive to do. So let's get back into Joe a little bit. So Joe, you've been streaming coming into the new year a lot. Is that something you want to continue into the new year?
Well, not as like a main focus, but like a side thing to do, just for whatever reasons, just always have it as something to do.
Yeah.
It's a casual thing. Yeah, as you guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. You guys can't see this, but Joe's actually currently practicing his building in Fortnite.
Yeah, I've been actually watching this.
I've been watching it too.
I've been zoning out watching
Yeah.
this. So
Joe's going off.
impressive.
Joe's going off. He's a pretty insane player. Yeah.
That's something I am actually horrible at in Fortnite building.
So Dylan, let's get into the lessons we've learned 2018 this year.
Holy
'Cause
smokes, have I learned a lot?
There is
Yes,
a
I have.
lot of them.
Yes.
This year, I've been watching a lot of podcasts like this, along with a lot of, not necessarily the news, but reruns of a lot of debates. So this year I decided that I swing more Republican than anything else. A lot of the people in Aroostook County are not Democrats, but independents. A lot of people that I ask, a lot of adults, because I'm curious about the people's political views.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Democrats or independents or anybody that have a different political view. I'm just curious because honestly, this has been a big year of learning for me. My grades reflect that.
I could talk about politics for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I just feel like there's such a weird kind of stigma that goes with politics and what people believe in, and the biggest thing is why they believe what they believe in. Because I think that's one of the biggest things that's messed up recently. Because people will believe people they like and not believe what they feel is correct. And that's one of the biggest things. I actually bring it up in my album, the one I'm working on in June. And that's something that heats me up. And they look at stuff on Instagram and they'll see they'll see memes and stuff, and they'll see people getting made fun of, other people getting made fun of, and they'll think it's funny because it's made by like someone they like, And then soon after they start believing that, and that's what I think is something that's really messed up. But I think it's spreading like wildfire.
It's crazy.
Now.
It's
politics.
Facts are less relevant now. It's more of the names associated with something.
It's who's behind it.
Yep. So, especially with a big documentary that's coming out in 2019 is Logan Paul's flat Earth theory, and
Oh God.
just going with that, I think that's gonna, cause it's.
See, when you bring up Logan Paul, I just think of everything that happened with him ruining his name. That's the first thing I think of.
Yeah, it's the first thing that
Just
everybody
because
thinks of.
everyone blows it up.
Yeah, it was blown up beyond proportion for something that was not okay by any means, but the amount of backlash it got for it was not necessary whatsoever.
It's just because people will find something and then they'll hop on.
It's because the whole thing with the name game in that whole situation is one big person says it after the other, and everything becomes fact.
Exactly. That was cool. Because just watching Fortnite, but exactly, it's that kind of thing, and something that not many people know about that I personally heard about with music was a bunch of stuff going around with a rapper named Vic Mensa and XXXTentacion, because shortly after X passed, there was Vic was invited to be part of the BET, I think it was BET, MTV Freestyle or something like that. And he was unaware that X's mom would be in attendance at that freestyle.
Yeah.
And he brought up lyrics that kind of dissed X's fans, I guess, because he said one of his most popular lines in that song was, "Your favorite rapper's a domestic abuser." And then he got a horrible backlash from it. And I'm not usually one to take sides with anything, or I'm not one to come out and publicly taking a side.
Yeah.
But I immediately took his because of what he said after that. He apologized to the mom in specific, saying, "I did not know you were going to be there. So that's like my deepest apology, but I don't take back the things I said, because people should have a right to say what they believe in."
That's America.
And so once he said that, I kind of knew like he's a stand-up guy, I guess. Like that's like the kind of people you want to see more.
Yeah. Something that not even in just the public and a political eye, in a social one-on-one basis, it's the same exact thing with name associated with truth.
Yep. Yes. Oh, yeah. It tells you who your real friends are.
Which is something that which you more publicly dealt with this year, but I kind of under the table dealt with this year, in the sense that
it's a good thing though.
It teaches you a lot about people you're around.
Yeah.
But I spent my freshman and sophomore years hanging out with a group of people that the second that my relationship was over, turned on me like in a second.
And that's how you know who your real friends are.
Real friends are. Like there's only 2 of them that were in that situation that didn't just turn on a dime.
So
Shout out to them.
That's exactly like what I was like trying to say. Like when you wonder why like things happen for a reason, and so like you can take away from that, because sometimes you might be thinking like, geez, well why was I even put into like a relationship like that if that's how it was gonna end?
Yeah.
But if you think about it in an optimistic kind of way, you learned
so much.
And that's why
but reading people.
I don't take back anything that happened.
Oh,
so far in
100%.
2019, because
you just learned so much.
As much as some things sucked,
yeah,
some things still suck. I mean, you still learn from it every day.
Oh, 100%. I've learned how to read people a lot better. Like, not that you should judge a book by its cover, but if you're around somebody enough, like if I'm around somebody enough now, I can tell the type of person they are.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, it's a New Year's thing.
Oh.
But yeah, that's something I've learned. That's a big lesson I learned this year, which has helped me out a lot in the later half of this year, because there's been a lot of people that I've met that are new to the school and everything that I've got to know, and then was able to judge the type of person they were.
Yeah.
Which a lot of them are the same, which is crazy to me to think about, especially with just the entire aspect of high school. Which obviously gets better after, and I wouldn't take anything in high school anything in high school seriously, or middle school, because it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, I personally wish I took high school, schooling wise, more seriously.
Yeah.
'Cause freshman and sophomore year, I figured, I'm not going to be like some Harvard student.
Yeah.
I get B's right now. I should be happy with it. I get by. And then it's one of my biggest regrets because then come senior year, I saw an opportunity like, hey, you might be able to get into Bowdoin with your athletics. And then, of course, one of the biggest reasons I didn't get in was because of my grades freshman, sophomore year. So that's something I learned. Like, even if you don't, you should never think that you can't be something, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't put it out of the picture just because you don't think it's possible.
Yeah, 100%, which is something that I've learned this year too, is valuing grades over your social life in a sense, because especially with the realization that a lot of my friends were not really my friends. There's a lot of people that won't talk to me. Like, they're the thing that people do in our chorus where alumni will visit randomly.
Yeah.
And not my former significant other, but a friend of mine that I went to Allstate with and that I had deemed as somebody that I was really good friends with won't even talk to me. Like, will not even talk to me. Like, just straight ignores. And it was crazy to me because I'm like, damn, that was like 2 years of just being nice to me, and then on this flip of a switch, along with somebody that had got me into the entire friend group, somebody that I thought was a really good friend of mine that's now dating somebody that's in our school now that goes to Hudson. But yeah, they flipped on me like a switch too, which is crazy because I thought that I valued that friendship, and that's what really has taught me, like, I shouldn't really worry about what other people think of me or what other people or like what other people want. Like, if somebody wants to say that I'm an asshole, go ahead and call me an asshole, because at the end of the day, I'm going to care more about getting my grades up and working on my grades than worrying about what you said about me to somebody else, you know?
If you think you're something, then you should feel the right to want to go out and change it. If someone else thinks you're something, though, that's a completely different story. Let them think what they want. If you think there's a problem, then that's when you go change it.
Yeah. 100%. And that's why I think that's why I think nobody should take themselves 100% seriously. Because you can't take yourself too seriously.
Another thing is, like, back to what you were saying, at this point, people may think that they're real friends with someone.
Yeah, yeah, but you're not.
They don't even know. That might be another problem, because, like, how do I explain this? Like, someone might think they're a real friend with you and they'll be there for you, but then things will come up and then they just won't be, but they don't realize that. They still might think.
Yeah, like, there's some friendships that I know that I value and that I know are real friendships, and there's some that I know aren't. That I'm just like, yeah, you know what, we're friends.
They are.
Yeah, if they think they are, then good for you. But honestly, there's some, like, if I go to somebody for advice and they just tell me to, like, bug off and not worry about it, then that's the time where I know with Spencer, with Spencer, I know me and Spencer have a great friendship. Which is because we're able to be 100% honest with each other, in the sense that if I'm being 100% stupid, he'll tell me I'm being 100% stupid. And I'm not just going to be like, wow, he's not giving me good advice because he's calling me stupid. It's in the sense of I'm actually being stupid. But then there's some people that I know, like, I need advice on something, and I know that it's not them being like, yo, this is like an honest truth. It's just them not wanting to give enough shits to say something to me.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm like that. And, like, I don't, like, we'll be friends and we'll, like, hang out with each other and, like, at school and stuff, but I know we're not real friends out of school. Like, there's 100% a lot of people know. Like, a lot of the people that I hang out with in study hall know that we're not, like, we're friends in school, but anything outside of school, we're not really going to hang out ever.
Yep, I have plenty of people like that.
Like, one of your true friends is Ashley. Like, I think that she'll always be a 100% friend, because she'll always have your back if you need her to be there. Like, she's not there. She's not always up.
We just had such a past that
it's you guys know each other well enough that you guys are.
But that's the thing. We're just like, it's one of those things, you know.
Where you're gonna fight with each other, and that's how you know you're good friends, is if you can fight and then come back from it.
Yeah, facts. Because it's one of those things you gotta forgive and forget.
Yeah, like, I call Jared one of my true friends, because if I need, like, help from Jared's gonna be like, oh, this sucks. Like, when Kira broke up with me, Jared wasn't just like, suck it up, buttercup. Jared was there for me, and Joe was there for me as long as I needed them to be there for me. Yeah. I dealt with it mainly on my own, but if I needed a friend to be there, they both were. Nice.
So, what else I learned from 2018? We hit on a lot of it, but just do what you want.
Do you?
Don't let other people try to build a path for you, especially in high school.
Oh, 100%.
People will try to guide you on certain paths that you might not even want to be on. Try to tell you this is what you should do with your future. You should do this. You should do this.
Yeah.
But just do whatever makes
you happy.
Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day is what you should be doing.
Because we live in a society now we're at an economical standpoint where there's jobs for everything.
Yeah.
If I wanted to be in the gaming industry, I could work under.
There's so many different options.
Yeah, I could train and be part of a team. I could go into developing. I could go into game testing. I could go into blogging. I could go into the YouTube scene. But it's the work you put into it, and I mean, there's with the YouTube scene and stuff. It's harder to get into, and it's not something you should base your life off of in a way that.
Something like YouTube, it's not really something you can have control.
Yeah. It's a chance, but you can try it if you want
your
to.
best.
Yeah,
but it's you can't really control how you do in that.
Preach.
Yeah, which is hard, especially with the music thing too. You can, and especially up here, there's opportunities for almost anything not anything you want in music, but you can, I know, I was talking to some people maybe 2 years ago when Northern Star that were I go and, it was the year that they had the dual performers where they went with a coach and then they got a song and they did it together. I was talking to one of the groups backstage, and he was telling me he goes around and he performs for places like the Warehouse or the sports place in Presque Isle and stuff, and he just performs and he makes money from that. And it's not he has a part-time job, but he also has that as a job, and he's doing what he loves. And so there's always something you can find which is something that you do that you love.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest things. Just exactly. Do
Yeah,
what you
find
love.
something.
Do what you love doing, and he was going back to it. Really is. It's one of those things that it's just a shot, but they always, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So it's one of those things you just have to shoot, and then it's a prayer. But I mean, even if you shoot and miss, if you have fun doing it, I mean, it's not like it was.
As long as you didn't go into thousands of dollars in debt, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you're not financially gonna have to live in the streets.
Yeah.
And you made a good effort, then yeah, good on you.
Which is why
Good, you had fun.
Just music is that second thing for me.
You have to take a leap. Music's one of those things where it's a leap, though.
Exactly, especially if you start to make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest things where musicians will fall off.
Yeah.
They'll get that chance, and
they
now
won't
have
take
that
it.
Spot. Take that rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
I think he had the chance to be something. I mean, he still does. To be something really cool. He brought a sound that nobody did in rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like his music, but I respected him for that because he was different.
Mm-hmm.
It's this is cool. He's not following all these other rappers. He's doing his own thing. But of course, he got caught up in stuff that would get him in more trouble than good. So he had that shot, but it's all about what you do with it. Once you
That's huge up here too.
Yeah.
A lot of kids that have the ability to go on and do really smart and cool stuff lose that.
Other things get the best of them.
Yeah, other things get the best of them before, which was a huge thing in my freshman year. There was a girl, I'm not gonna say any names, but she ended up getting in an unfortunate situation with a car and a coma, and ended up losing a huge opportunity with sports, and it let down a lot of people and really ruined her name in the eyes of a lot of people. And I don't hear anything about her now because she missed her opportunities for something dumb.
Yeah.
Just don't be dumb. At the end of the day, that's something that I'm going to preach my entire life, because I was raised anti-drug and anti-alcohol, and I've always valued that, and I'll make jokes about it every once in a while, but it's something that I really value as a person and for myself. I cannot see myself in the future becoming an alcoholic, because I just have I've just been instilled with the knowledge to be smart enough not to do that.
Brought up right.
Which is the way that a lot of parents aren't there enough for a lot of different reasons, and sometimes it's not their fault, sometimes it's a financial situation or something, but a lot of kids end up taking the wrong path because they don't have parental guidance to steer them on the right way, or sometimes even the parents aren't really the ones being smart and are instilling. Like, I got a friend, and I really have lost. I've lost almost all ties with this friend. I'll hear from him every once in a while, but I've lost almost all ties with this friend because of drugs and alcohol. And the worst part of it for me was that I saw him doing it, and I couldn't stop anything myself. And I tried, and I kept him from it for years and years. And then it's when his parents started helping, in a sense, not helping, I would say, but not helping. Like, and to this day they still. It's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just got a subscriber.
Nice. And it's still like they enable him to do the stuff he does and don't punish him for anything. And it was one of my best friends, and I lost him to drugs and alcohol, that sucks because it brings you into a completely different group of people that have your back in a different way.
Yeah.
There's some great people that I know that do drugs and alcohol, but you really can't respect them or trust them, you know?
It's one of those things. It's a tough thing. You can go on about that subject for hours.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll probably have honestly, the podcast I do with my mother is probably going to be mainly a PSA for
Miss
drug
Parent.
and alcohol. Miss Parent, love you, Mom. But yeah, that's just insane. I'm getting messages on Discord.
Seventh Alliance in the club.
Let's play now. Welcome back, Jared. Yeah, but that's crazy. And Jared is somebody that I respect because he can balance that. Jared can balance that a lot. Jared can balance being friends with the people who do drugs and alcohol, and not getting caught up in it himself. Because Jared has really good instincts. But yeah, it's.
I came back to that. What the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, that's just that's something you're not going to see in my 2019s, any drugs or alcohol, because I'm going to be focused on my sports and modeling.
Education. Yeah.
Modeling.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I got to talk about that. So, February of 2019, I'm going to be modeling for the first time in my life. I have not been trained at all. That's something I need to do. Mom, get on top of that. Get you and Andrea ready, because I'm modeling in a show for New York Fashion Week. If you guys want to see that, there will be more details coming out. I'll definitely give you guys more details on that as it gets closer in time. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that. It's just something crazy that came out of nowhere that I never would have imagined myself doing. But, I mean, it's something I'm excited about. It's something new. That's why I like to challenge myself and do new things.
Yeah.
And this is definitely going to be a new challenge. Putting myself out there in a way that I never have.
Yeah, doing
before.
New things is the best way to find stuff you like.
Because especially up here, I don't know what it is. The girls up here are weird. Are like.
Wait. Whoa, wait.
I don't mean that in a mean way, but the girls.
I just mean I just wasn't sure how you're tying all this.
Yeah. No. The girls up here are really weird with guys. Like, I don't even get it sometimes. Like
There you go.
Like, there's some girls that I see. Or that I meet that I'll talk to, and they'll be like, "You're really attractive," and I'll be like, "Nice." And there are a lot of girls that will be really into me, but then there's some that are just like, that will just be like, "Sorry, but you're not attractive at all to me." And I guess it's just a different type thing. But a lot of those girls also go for these these chubby, really big farmer.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, everybody has their type. It's weird.
Hands,
it's really weird to me sometimes, because it's like. Oh, I didn't even know.
There's someone for everyone.
Cause I've tried to hit up girls, and I've been denied before, just being like, you're not my type, and then I'll see them weeks later with these ugly ass dudes, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
It's mind boggling. It's so mind boggling. Oh, and I don't know. Girls in Aroostook County, dude, they're crazy. I wanna, which is especially in Caribou. That's why I've been wanting to date out of Caribou lately, because. I honestly, a lot of the girls in our town, it's just a fact of knowing everybody to a certain extent, and then also to the fact that most of the kids here look like inbred babies. But that's just my opinion.
Jeez, Chris.
No, I don't mean that in any offense. It's just it's a northern name
Chris
thing.
Is offering opinion.
It's an opinion. It's my opinion. Is that my phone?
Yeah, I think so.
No? Kim, turn your alarms off. But yeah, I don't know. Relationships have been crazy. I don't think I'm going to be trying to do relationships in 2019.
Preach it.
Especially with how the end of this year, like the second half of this year went with girls. It was pretty interesting. Let's just say that.
Preach it.
Got led on. And I got Then I got led on. And I got led on. And I got talked shit about.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know where that one came from. Then I got confused, and now I'm here. So, you know, that's been my girl trouble. I was let on a lot this year. Holy shit. I feel like that was usually the beginning of my year. Now it was like the latter. That was, what the hell? That's why I don't want to date in Caribou. I'd rather date somebody I don't know.
Sometimes people spend too much time worrying about that kind of thing. And I've definitely fallen.
That's something I don't want to worry about in 2019.
That's for sure. Exactly. That's another resolution.
If I focus more on myself, I feel I can get more done, personally. When I start focusing on other people is when I start losing the focus.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm a person who usually goes out of their way to care about people more, and that sometimes can be a bad thing.
That can be a bad thing.
That's another thing I've learned. No, I didn't mean it like that.
I love that.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know you didn't, but I still love that.
It's sometimes. Actually, I'm just gonna drop.
You're gonna drop what?
I'm just gonna drop it.
Just gonna drop. I want to say it.
No.
What are you gonna drop then?
An album in January.
Oh, about it?
No.
Oh, okay. What to say, Dylan? That's a little ballsy. I don't know if I'm ready for that amount of ballsy.
No.
Album in January.
Hey.
Damn.
Shit happens to everyone. It's all about how you take it.
When are you uploading that in January? Because I need to. Yeah, if you want to do a podcast episode, promoting that, what do you want it before or after? You want it to hype it up or
Before? Maybe we can do a little one after too. I can talk about the track list and stuff. I'm trying to get features too.
100%. Get Mr. Parent. Parent featuring. I don't know. I'm excited to go back to New York. Hopefully see another Broadway show. Hopefully go see Dear Evan Hansen again. I think Dad wants to go see that one too, but oh my god. But no, yeah. Another thing in 2019, I want to put this out into the universe right now. I want to play Evan Hansen for our show choir.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that. That's something.
I want to so bad. It's the thing that I want most in life right now. Like I could drop everything else just to do that.
Wow.
100%. That's something I want to do so much. Like if somebody was like, go model or play this part, I'd play the part. That's how I want to do it.
First, I would model.
Oh, but I just don't know. I really hope I'm gonna be trying my ASS off for that. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, definitely. Don't pass up a shot like that.
I really want to. Sure. Now you're gonna be hype. That's coming up. That's coming up in 2 days. I think tryouts for that start out in 2 days. Now I'm stressing. Dude, no girls better come and distract me though. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to focus on girls, but I just knowing the type of guy I am, I know if somebody's trying.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It's one of those things.
It's one of those things where if somebody tries, I'm gonna be right above it, and it's so annoying. Joe, stop going off. You're distracting us.
Sorry, I had to acknowledge that.
Okay, guys. Well, that's gonna actually be it. That's all the time we have. This is the first episode of the podcast. I mean, it went pretty good. Called Girls Incest Babies. That was probably a mistake, but I'm gonna keep it in. Actually, I'm probably gonna blurb it up.
What did I just
It's gonna be guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If people liking the video, subscribe if you're new, and if you want to see the rest of the podcast going on in the year. And without further ado, I was saying the end of every single podcast. Peace.